Hello everybody, and a warm welcome back to the Garage Troll Videos channel. It's hard to believe it's been just shy of 5 years since I was last here. Despite passing through the station countless times, it's been 5 years since I last visited it. That is quite shocking. I, for whatever reason, kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And finally today, seeing as there's a rail adventure movement of some description, which I don't know what it is, I thought maybe today is the day we rectify it, come to Cramlington, £1 single on the bus, £1 single back, and we knock this station out finally. So since our last visit, a lot has changed, really. As in 5 years ago there was no such sign of Lumo, and now there's Lumo here. Not stopping obviously, but passing. The footbridge has since been restored. I can't remember whether that was done before or after my September 2020 visit. I believe after though. And the station itself just looks a bit different. Like, I don't remember those delivery collection points, package collection points being there. Those signs were there. I think there was a ticket machine out here at one point. It's in there now. I think that was like that last time. And the station's still quite recognisable, but a lot's changed in the area. As in, there's a new housing estate over there that when I last visited this part of Cramlington just didn't exist. Because whenever I come to Cramlington, I'm only usually based around the Manor Walk section. So I'm not used to this bit at all. But this is I used to come here quite a bit. I think we came here about 3 or 4 times. About 2019, 2020. Which wasn't very common at the time to travel like into Northumberland. So it was very nice. We've got a green signal on the other side and I haven't checked real-time trains. So I'm going to assume there's a train coming. So I'm going to position myself up here, I think. Because that's quite a nice view. And we'll see what turns up. But either way, welcome back to Cramlington. It's been 5 years. So I've just had a little look and reminded myself that previous visits were made here in August 2019, January 2020 and September 2020. So just before the COVID lockdowns. Well, the September one was in between them. At the time, the restrictions were relaxed so you could travel. And I've noticed something that still questions me to this day. Why they've put a sign there and there behind the barrier, it just seems a bit odd. My only answer could be that I don't think Transparent Services call here anymore. They don't, but they did for a time. I remember for a little while they were stopping because I was on one that stopped here, and I can only think that maybe if your carriage hangs off the platform because it doesn't accommodate 5 carriages, then they want you to know where you are. But I remember there being signs like there where there's like a gap in the leafage and you can see there would have been something there. Probably. I remember there being a sign somewhere here. It could either be very overgrown in that bush or they removed it for some reason, but I also remember there being a lot of artwork which appears to not be there anymore. But yeah, other than that, not much at the station has changed, although I do believe the footbridge was restored after my visit, but only time will tell on that. But now that he's leaving, presumably, I've got the whole station to myself, which is very nice. The next train is actually a southbound train, so the green on the other side doesn't really mean anything at the minute. The next train going north isn't for another 10 minutes, but we should have one coming south in a couple of minutes, so I will bear that in mind. But yeah, Cramlington, everybody. Not the nicest of days, but this is kind of the weather I prefer. A bit chilly, not too hot, but not chucking down either, because I'm not really the fan of the heat, which I think I've said many times in videos, but I'll say it again. But yeah, Cramlington, folks. Bit last minute that one, I didn't see the fucker. Fucking caught me off guard again. Because you can't really hear them coming when they're north. You can, because of that curve there, you can hear them if they're coming south, but not north. I need to keep a closer eye out. I'm very sorry. Some of you might know who I mean here, but can we get the guy from Instagram who cleans like road signs to do these? Though there literally wouldn't be any point because you're not gonna really need to look at them. But it'd just be very cool, I think, if it was just spotted in Cramlington. We've also got quite the crowd here now. There's a train for Carlisle due and also a train for Morpeth due, so it's attracting rather a big crowd. But they will be gone when the movement's here because both trains will have left by then, thankfully. Right, we might have a bowlage here. We've got an Aberdeen train coming. But we've also got the arriving Carlisle-bound service. Hefty crowd here for it, like. There always is. 156479. One might be alright actually, I can't see the Azuma yet. One 56479 for Carlisle. I'm going back and back and back because the Azuma's nearly here. There it is. Right, next out the Northern Service from Morpeth with 156475. And as that goes, that brings us to the end of our first visit to Cramlington in 5 years, and I've got to say, love that station. I don't know why I kept putting it off so much, because I really do like that station, and I'm sure we'll be back a lot closer next time. Maybe we'll do it next time there's a movement. But, you know, I'm trying to change it up. I've been trying to get around the crossings in the area, so you never know. But we'll definitely not leave it as long next time before we return. So I'm going this way, and I think I've gone the wrong way, because I'm trying to get to McDonald's. But we'll soon find out when I get to the end of this path. But thank you very much for joining us. Stay tuned, more content coming. I'm away south next week. I think I've mentioned it before. Just in case I haven't, I don't want to say where. But I'm away south next week, so there'll be some content from that to follow this. Today I'm filming this, it's Friday. I'm away on Wednesday, but there's a chance to go out on Monday in Newcastle area. So there may be a video from Newcastle to follow this that I filmed on Monday. Or it may just be straight to the south stuff. We'll soon find out. I don't know at the minute. Just depends what I end up doing on Monday, really. But yeah, stay tuned. More National Rail content coming. I'm trying to bring it back a little bit. Got a bit of a resurgence of interest. And stuff like that. Possibly going to bring the likes of aviation back. Thinking about it. I don't know much, and it never really did very well, so you'd have to persuade me on that. Metro journeys, I'm probably going to bring back as well, because borrowed time with the 994s. 599s, whatever you want to call them. They are 599s, but nobody calls them that, and it pisses me off a lot of the time. But yeah, that's it, folks. I'm going to go and get something to eat. Can I cut through here? I think. I don't know where I'm going. Thanks for watching. See you later.